Welcome everyone to Talk to the Tank, where it's all about the community from the people who inspire to the people who desire.
And if you don't know, please inquire because we have some answers for you. Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Hershey Lee. I am the host of Panda Games.
And I am Avery Martinez, the host of Frodo Shop. So let's jump right into our schedule for today. First and foremost, we have the fan art showcase. As usual, we ask members of our community to show their spooky fan art. So we were hoping we could get more spooky fan art in, but unfortunately we didn't get that much. But we do have a little bit to show you, and we're going to go from there. And then afterwards, Hershey is going to talk to you about his experience with the VR and the cool things about it. And we're gonna have ourselves a little discussion, and we're going to call it a day. So
yeah, so that's the schedule, guys. So right before we hop into our fan art showcase, just remember, guys, please submit anything to us. It can be about anything. It doesn't have to be directly related to anything. And just submit. You can send submissions in straight to us. We can post them in the Rust Bucket channel, maybe tag us. We were even looking at art. But yeah, just if you guys have any submissions, just let us know, especially spooky things and spooky and whatnot, and we'll be good. So without further ado, you about ready to hop in and look at the fan art?
Yes, sir. But before we do that, I just want to give a special shout out to Rob Kuro, the artist, for creating this new thing for Talk to the Tank. I am absolutely in love with it. It looks very clean, very professional. So again, thank you, Kuro, the artist, for this.
Oh yeah, and if you guys haven't seen our reaction to Ben 10 versus the Universe, the movie, that is up on the main channel on the Ink Tank, and this is where this overlay debuted. Definitely recommend you guys go watch the movie if you haven't watched anything from the reboot yet, or you haven't seen it. Strangely, if you haven't seen it, because surprisingly, I think everybody's watching the movie and everybody has good things to say about it. So yeah, just go check out our live reactions to that. It was the first time we watched it, so if you're looking for like an analytical approach to it, I mean, it was live reaction, and plus I don't really plan on over analyzing the reboot. But if you guys are looking for that, maybe we can do that one day too.
One day. Anyway, Here's art. Alright, first things we have is Zaskier from Minecraft Mark the Elf, a user in our Discord, and I really enjoy, in all honesty, Ghost Freak is probably in my top 3 favorite aliens of Ben 10, like in general. And just to see that episode where Ghost Freak essentially took over, like, Ben, he's like, nah, I don't want to be part of the Omnitrix no more. You're good, G.
Yeah, I'm liking sentience. What if I just dipped, perhaps? He was just leaving. He just started to take over the whole world, like satellites and everything. And it's like, man, this really escalated.
Definitely. In this picture of Zaskier, I enjoy traditional art just as much as I enjoy digital art, and this is amazing, dude. Keep up the great work, and thank you for submitting this to us.
And here we have a Ben 10 into is this Omniverse here? From Raspberry Jam. I actually have some questions about this. I see various characters here. Is this just a combination of characters from like OCs from the Discord for like a big collab, base comic? Because that is so cool.
That looks dope because that's Sky in the background, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, Raspberry, your OC, I love your OC so much. The color code with the orange and the black and like the dreads and stuff like that. Anything with you in it, this is nice. Awesome.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. You guys should tell us if you actually planned on expanding on this. Is this gonna actually be like a story that you guys are working on together? Because that would be really cool, for that to come out of the community. If you guys work together on a Into the Omniverse fan comic or something like that, that would be nice to see what kind of stories you guys could create or what could come of it. So thank you for the submission. And like I said, awesome stuff.
Absolutely.
Raspberry
Jam. Gotta love it. Here we have our first spooky submission from Tox. If you don't know Tox is a prominent member on our Discord who shows up every now and again, quite often. and they share their art with us. And I really enjoyed this taco head serial killer thing. It's almost like it could be like a Taco Bell mascot for Halloween or some shit, or a Dead by Daylight DLC. That's what I initially thought of when I saw this.
I don't know. It's just like, if you get hunted by a killer, I think the last thing, if you saw like a giant taco head before you die, it's just, there's so many questions, right?
Right.
Like, why me? Why is the taco? Is it a real taco? Could he eat it? Is it a foam taco? Why the taco? And then like, you're dead. It's like, wow, probably the worst things to get killed by.
A taco out of all things. I wonder if you eat his head, like, will you be able to defeat it? Like, how would you defeat this person? Or is it just a person?
Is it a hard shell or is it a soft taco? I mean, no, we're not asking the important questions here.
We need to ask the important questions. So, Talks, if you could get back to us with some lore about this, we would greatly appreciate it.
We have another piece here by Raspberry Jam, and it looks like he did a little tribute to XXX Tentacion here. I enjoyed his music. Who's here? Rest in peace. He has a very interesting face, and he was actually constantly evolving as a person. So it would have been interesting where he would have been in life right now, especially with his looks, like the little tree tattoo. That was different. And I liked how he styled his hair a lot. So especially like with the blue dress, what he was doing. So like, X. Nice portrait you did here of him. I enjoy the background too. It's nice blend of colors. Thanks for the submission, and Ja Min.
You say Ja Min? Thank you as always, Raspberry Jam, for submitting to this, and I believe that was all that we have for today. So again, everybody, like, if you do have more submissions that you want to send to us, you can always send them to either me and Hershey via inbox, or you can tag us like in the Rust Bucket channel, or you can send them to our email address, which is talktothetank@gmail.com. I don't have the little graphic loaded up right now, but I'll be sure to have it in the next episode. All right.
Yep. So again, guys, and just to let you know, it doesn't have to fit any general thing. Like, as you can see there, that was all pretty random. I didn't even look at the calendar right now, but I wanted to see if it was possible if we would have another episode before the end of October. I don't think so. So that was really my bad on that call there. I really should have started asking for spooky submissions a lot earlier, but it never really crossed my mind that it would probably be nice if we just had themed episodes. It kind of just made sense. So drop the bag on that one, my bad. But guys, if you have any spooky things that you want to show us, you can still post it in art. You can post it in the Rust Bucket. How about we just have a conversation outside of this episode? But for now, we have a treat for you today. I got a new toy, Oculus Quest 2. So I've been having some virtual reality shenanigans and whatnot. Right here, it's a program I'm using called Gravity Sketch, and I asked the chat for submissions, like, what should I try to create? And they were like, a bunch of different aliens, and someone said goop. I said, okay, that's probably be the easiest one for me to try right now, because guys, I'm just a beginner. So this was my first attempt at like a 3D model of goop. As you can see, I'm doing a little spin around there. It was a really cool process, like learning how to do it. And it's just so satisfying to actually build this stuff in a 3D space. So I was just like so excited once I finished it. And I started like really learning what to do. Been looking at like all these tutorials and things like that. And I just can't wait to get back into it and to try like make more character models and things like that. Absolutely. So this is Goop at first. I'm going to go back to the chat and ask for my next suggestion. But right now on my mind, I want to try to maybe render a Horus. I definitely want to do Horus justice because Ash did a really good job with the design. So, but yeah, guys, hit me up in the Rust Bucket chat, the art chat, the Ben 10 chat, anywhere. Tag me, be like, oh, Hershey, it would be cool if you made this quote-unquote 3D model of this alien. And I'll do it. I'll try. And I'll try to get the process there too. So right here, there's a program on there called Virtual Desktop, to where you can actually just use your computer in virtual reality. and I used it to play my favorite card game, Legends of Runeterra, and it was the best decision I have ever made. Look at this. It looks so cool. Like, you just get to play the cards. It's like you used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're like, oh man, in VR you'll eventually be able to do this. But like, look at this. So you can play the cards, listening to all the audio, things like that. This game is just so good with how like the cards work together, the effects, the integrations and things like that. So I just had a really good time just like testing this out. I actually ended up winning this match. This is quite long, and we can't really scroll through the video, but just looking at the visuals, it's just like right there in your face. Like, and it's all this beautiful art by one of my favorite art studios that I've discovered. I believe they are Six More Vodka. So check those guys out. They make dope art. They've done all the card art in this game and things like that. And so, like, it's just a fun time. It's one of the easiest card games to get into. I'm sure you guys have seen me play it before. They have really easy tutorials. It's just it's just now flourishing. It just now started. So there's more cards being added all the time. So yeah, and really this just goes to show that with the virtual desktop, I don't know how many other games that just look good in VR. You know, so there could be just casual, like, think of like Civilization 6 or something like that, like a RTS or something like that with top-down view in VR. I would say like League of Legends, but I'm not going to say that because that would be hard and stupid for no reason. But yeah, so just glad to show this to you guys.
Mortal
and I have
with Yu-Gi-Oh.
Who have a blast?
Mortal.
Yo, I gotta tell Kuro about this because Minion Masters will probably look really good in this.
I've never seen gameplay for it, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a top-down view, and you like pull cards kind of like this, but I don't know. It's hard to explain. I'll just show it to you sometime.
Show it to me later.
Yeah. So from here we have I have one more game that I had kind of played to display here, and this is a game that's not quite out yet. It's an alpha. This game is called Hyper Dash. So as you can see here, to move around, you can kind of move around slowly, but really you want to hyper dash. So you get about 3 chances to do like a dash move where you can just traverse the map. You can grind on rails. You have a weapon in each hand, and you can pick up different weapons, so you have a different weapon in each hand. And as you can see here, I'm basically just looking around for my opponents so they can gun me down like a dog in the streets like I am. And then I basically never got any kills, but you see that I died a lot. But hey, it doesn't take away from how cool it is. So yeah, just take a look at this. Oh, dead again. But it's just so cool. It's really good tracking on the hands as far as like the movements. You can like look at yourself and see your body and things like that. The reactions, like you can peek around corners and things like that. They have multiple game modes. Like here, I believe this was some type of control the point. As you see, I pulled a shield here. Guys trying to kill me. I was like, oh yeah, that's crazy because shield move. And then
You died anyway.
So and they have a move where you can like move the payload and like Overwatch. Not sure how many of you guys have ever played Overwatch, but payload. So this and this is just scraping the surface, like the surface of VR. I've only had this headset for less than a week, like 4 or 5 days, and there's like so much you can do. Like this is so cool, and I just can't wait to get back in Gravity Sketch and just like build some more and discover newer games and things like this.
Oh, yeah.
We actually wanted to show you guys a trailer of the newest Five Nights at Freddy's game, and it's Help Wanted in VR. It looks absolutely crazy, and I was thinking, would you guys want me to play the Five Nights at Freddy's VR games for Panda Games? Because I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna be like screaming all the time.
I honestly think you should.
Oh man, I don't think I want that stress in my life. You guys are gonna try to give me nightmares. It's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, Oculus Quest 2 is probably the most affordable, best VR there is right now, and it's pretty interesting. So I believe it's like $299 for the 64 gigabyte model. As you see, I was like busting it down, S in there. This is an example of like the body tracking here. Once you win a match, they'll actually put you against the other team. And like, see, they put a foam finger that says number 2 on my hand.
Nice.
and you just go around and like celebrate and talk crap and dance and give people high fives. And I don't know, virtual reality is just so cool because when you're not doing this, I also played VR chat. I know you guys have probably heard a lot about that because you know that kind of blew up on YouTube and everybody was making VR chat videos. But it was a lot of fun. So hopefully I can get you guys some more content soon of me sculpting things and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So guys, just shoot me suggestions of aliens to make and things like that. You can watch me dance in VR because I'll do it.
Nice. And we'll go from there. So I just found out Hershey has just enlightened me about the new Tom and Jerry movie that's coming out. I had no idea about a live action version of Tom and Jerry, and I honestly don't know what to expect from it. Like I like Tom and Jerry. I know they have like huge success, like the Sonic movie, you know, mixing in like cartoon characters with like real life and stuff, but I honestly don't know how I feel about this. Like, it's a 2D, 3D rendition, sort of, kind of, but not necessarily 3D. What do you think is going to be like, Hershey?
Well, from what I've seen, like I've actually seen a video of it, and I wasn't able to get that cheap, but the screen caps from what it looks like in the video, and this was like recorded on the phone, is to see it looks like it's 2D within like the 3D world. So like, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? More of that vibe. So I'm actually. I got high hopes it's gonna be pretty good because you see how well they executed that like back then in the 80s or whatever.
True.
So seeing that type of style now, I can't think the last movie that kind of employed 2D animation in the real world, but I'm pretty sure it's been done, since Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I mean, you could say Out of Jimmy's Head. Bad movie, by the way.
Out of Jimmy's Head. Yeah, man, Out of Jimmy's Head. That is a good example. I mean, who actually remembers that?
Right.
If you guys remember Out of Jimmy's Head, let us know in the description of this video. Comment, I remember Out of Jimmy's Head, and then do a sad face.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Space Jam 2.
Oh yeah, Space Jam. Yo, see, so that's what I'm talking about. So this type of format works. Like, it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be same old Tom and Jerry. I'm pretty sure. Like, it's this whole stigma around like when you use iconic characters in like movies. People have all these types of opinions and things like that. But it's like, if you wanted this type of movie, there's probably like 15 other Tom and Jerry movies you could just go watch, right? So let this one be different from the other movies because it's allowed to do that. And just like Scooby-Doo. Like, oh, I don't like this new Scoob movie. Cool. Why don't you go watch Scooby-Doo versus John Cena? Or Scooby-Doo Goes to Hawaii? Or Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island? Or Scooby-Doo, like, dude, come on now. Seriously?
There's like 40 Scooby-Doo movies you can watch. Literally, don't watch
5 Scooby-Doo movies and 5 series. And people are complaining. You can literally pick a Scooby-Doo. So, yeah. As long as I don't hear any bad takes like that, I'm going to be optimistic about it. I don't know the actors in the movie. Honestly, this caught me off guard. I didn't even know this was happening. The last thing that, we were talking about was Scoob and the Hanna-Barbera universe that they're making.
Oh, God.
The Flints, if you heard about that.
The what?
Is happening.
About the Flintstones?
It's going to be... It's about the Flintstones. So that's going to be the next spin-off movie for the Hanna-Barbera universe. They're doing Flintstones.
I got to watch Scoob now.
You haven't seen Scoob
yet?
I haven't seen Scoob yet.
Thing. I know we have it. I have not seen it yet.
Let's go watch Scoob. It wasn't even a bad movie. Like, it wasn't. It's literally the beginning of the Hanna-Barbera universe. It's just, this is so cool. So that's about all I have to say for that. Looking forward to it. We'll see. Besides that, how about we talk about a little bit of Halloween things in the theme of the spirit before we leave off? What do you think?
Yes, I am with it. So every year, every Halloween, I have this personal tradition of mine where I have to watch Scary Godmother and Scary Godmother 2 at least one time during the month of October. I freaking love those movies, and it's the same thing. It's the same movie every time. Older cousin tries to mess with the little cousin, but the older cousin gets cut by all these monsters and demons and stuff. Like,
He gets cut. Oh my gosh! Like, I was looking at it again, and I was like, man, this animation like really holds up. You know, like this is just honestly, and also it's just a funny movie. Just from the start, I was like, everything that was happening, I was like, I remember this. This is still funny.
Like, scary
like Daryl's like, what's your costume? I'm a piece of candy. And then they're like, there's nothing scary about a piece of candy. It's like, well, candy's scary when you eat so much, and that last piece that makes you sick. He's like, yeah, I'm the last piece that makes you sick.
Like, come on, man.
10 out of 10 wholesome comedy in the movie, man. Like, Scary Godmother, and I gotta go watch 2 again because that one was even darker than the first one. Because his face got stuck. He's like, he's gonna keep making faces, gonna get stuck like that.
Yes, I remember. You know that movie like actually scared me from like making faces when I was younger. Like, I don't want my face to get stuck like that.
Yeah, because he was messed up.
Right, like. Oh man, but yes, Scary Godmother. Halloween specials. What would you say are some of your favorite Halloween specials?
Well, let's see here. What really counts as a Halloween? Does Big Boogie Adventure count as a Halloween special from Billy and Mandy?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say Big Boogie Adventure. What about that episode where they had the jack-o'-lantern head or something? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Isn't that one where he was like, they played the pranks on him until he died?
Now, was that Halloween or was that April Fool's?
No, I think it was a Halloween type deal because he was just a pumpkin head, but it was just, I don't know.
I can't remember.
Yeah, that should have been the challenge for this episode of Talk to the Tank. We should have just like watched as many Halloween specials from back in the day as possible.
Raspberry's Jam said, "This is boomer talk to me. We're boomers."
People throw around the term boomer way too harshly, man. That's not fair.
Ooh, sorry, we can't talk about Dog with the Blog Halloween special.
They said Dog with the Blog. I could have watched Dog with the Blog. I chose not to. Why would I watch that?
Right.
We're gonna talk about the Life with Derek Halloween special.
We're not gonna talk about Life with Derek at all with this strange incesty vibes. We're not gonna go there. I mean, it was weird. It was weird. Like, oh no, Raspberry Jam said, "Was Dog with the Blog?" Ah, I'm so old. I'm so old.
Oh man, this is funny. Okay, guys, if we're boomers, why don't you guys tell us what are the best Halloween specials that you guys grew up with?
You know,
how about that? Within the chat right here, in the comments in the video, what was the best Halloween special from when you were young?
Phineas and Ferb. Okay.
Okay. Phineas and Ferb is goated animation.
Absolutely. Let me see. I'm pretty sure Ed and Nettie had a Halloween special, didn't they?
Yeah, of course they did. Yeah, they did have a Halloween
They sure
special.
did, because Danny and Tucci recently shared some background art of the Ed and Nettie Halloween special. Huh.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh man, Danny and Tucci's cool, dog.
What about Fairly Odd Parents? What was their specific Halloween special?
I have no idea.
Me neither.
Oh, the Twitches movies and the Halloween Town movies. Yes, Twitches and Halloween Town.
Okay, now that's where we can get. Dude, Halloween Town was like the best world they ever created.
God, it
Dude,
was
such a good movie. And then they did Calabar's Revenge too. Like, oh man. Then Halloween Town High was good too. They just the last Halloween Town, Return to Halloween Town, was like the weirdest one because then they recasted the actor and it's like, why do you think we even still watch this?
right.
And that's not Marnie.
Let's see.
Under Fist. Oh man, Under Fist is their Halloween special from Billy and Mandy. Remember?
Under Fist.
Yeah, you remember Under Fist, where it was Irwin, and then he got Jeff and Haas Delgado to join them, and they made like this group. You remember the Under Fist?
Yeah. Oh god. They had Yeah, Fred Burger, dog. I remember.
Yeah, Fred Burger.
Nice.
Yes.
Nightmare Before Christmas
Oh, man.
has to be the best. I consider Nightmare Before Christmas more so of a Christmas movie, more so than a Halloween movie.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
say
was
so.
never a Nightmare Before Christmas person, so I've never vibed with the film, so I don't know where it sits. It's just people were always obsessed with it.
Oh snap, Hershey! Looks like we got something we gotta do. You gotta watch
What?
Nightmare Before Christmas. G.
Yo, we're gonna react to Nightmare. I'm gonna react to Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep, that's gonna be our Christmas episode for Talk to the Tank.
Okay, let's do it then.
But yeah. You remember that Disney Channel movie, like a movie that scared the crap out of me as a kid? Don't Look Under the Bed.
I remember that one, but I don't remember that one. Like I never watched it.
Bro, I can't remember it exactly, but it was like, you know, this woman had this black friend, right? And like, you know, like for some reason he was like half demon or some shit like that. And it was, I just remember it scaring the shit out of me as a kid. Like, let me tell you how irrational my thinking was. Right, my thinking was so irrational that after I watched that movie, I slept under the bed just so that nothing could appear under my bed. Like, I felt like I was taking too much space, right, for anything to appear under my bed.
I don't know. It's kind of big brain. Like, damn, I would have never thought about that. Like, talk about facing your fears. It's like, hey, can't nothing be under here if I'm already under here.
Exactly.
I would have never thought about that. That's wild. It's crazy what fear to do with you. It literally like put you in a different space. This man is like, I've never heard or seen it before. Like, it's like, dude, there's monsters in my closet. Not if I'm up in it, bitch.
No, not if I'm in there. Like, no monsters can appear if I'm taking up all of the space. Like, nope.
All right, guys, you heard it here first. If you're ever afraid of like monsters being under your bed or like in your closet, just be there. Like, they can't be there if you're there. Like,
always remember that.
oh man, but I mean I've never been too big on Halloween, honestly. So, you know, that's just about as much as it gets from me, as much as I can talk about it. You know, there's like those animations or anything like that. Besides that, I avoid being scared, but I'm gonna be scared this Halloween for you guys.
Nice.
And besides that, I don't have any more topics. Do you have anything else to discuss, bro?
I think I'm good. You know, I think I've exhausted my conversation on Halloween for now.
Yeah. But guys, if you guys want to hear like some more Halloween talk, like that's your thing, when Fusion Labs start back up, yeah. Also, Enter System, man, it's coming, guys. Yeah, you guys are gonna enjoy this.
I'm so ready for it, God. Like, you know, they recently showed us a preview of it. Like, not too big of a preview, but from what we've seen, top notch.
Yes,
I'm so ready.
so you guys are in for a treat there. So just remember that. And thank you guys for coming to today's episode of Talk to the Tank. We will see you next Sunday for our next episode. And
Sunday afternoon.
we won't know who's happening there until we actually get there.
That's right.
Oh crap. Jaden, you can't say the Coraline movie when I'm trying to sign off because that movie's amazing.
I've only seen part of it.
Oh god, please go watch the entire Coraline movie like 3 times. Hey guys, Coraline, everybody go watch Coraline. If that's the last thing I ever say.
If that's the last thing with my last dying breath, watch Coraline.
Coraline.
Or watch movies123.tv.
Now available on Blu-ray and DVD.
Right. All right, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Talk to the Tank. And always remember, we will be here every other Sunday. Remember to submit fan art to us if you want to be showcased here. And yeah, I've been Fro, the bro with the fro, no fro, sort of fro. Whatever, bro.
And I'm Hershey Lee, Panda Guy, host of Panda Games. Come see me Fridays. I do that. Except the last one that was the Patreon stream, so skipped it. But it's coming.
It's
And
coming.
we're gonna have BR shenanigans. So be there or be square.
That's what they say. Y'all have a good one.
It is what they say. Bye.